Howdy, howdy. Welcome on in to the pre-show before the free show, where we had to put our studio all back in order because some people around here don't have the respect to put it back together.
Really don't. Really don't. The worst kind of people, if you ask me.
Those college football people.
Hello, everybody. Welcome on in the pre-show before the free show. A lot to get to here on this year pre-show. Most notably, I have a headline for you.
Dateline.
Utah.
All right.
A 26-year-old man who was arrested for starting a wildfire, so thumbs down to this young man, told Utah authorities he had been attempting to kill a spider with a lighter when he started the blaze. Blah, blah, blah. When they arrived, fire personnel informed them they had encountered a man who told them he had started the fire, according to the statement. The man, who identified himself as Corey Allen Martin,
darn you, Corey,
said he had found a spider on the mountain and was trying to burn it with a lighter.
Okay, you're doing that for fun.
When a nearby brush ignited and flames began spreading, according to the sheriff's office. Hold on. This is going to stun you, but we have a quote here from the probable cause statement. Quote, he was placed in custody for the reckless burning and was placed in the back of a patrol vehicle. While searching Corey's belongings, a jar of marijuana and paraphernalia was found. End quote.
So the guy was high just trying to light a spider on fire.
Corey. Now look.
Fundamentally, it sounds like okay idea. It did not end well.
I'm not here to tell you I've never tried to burn an ant with a magnifying glass.
Yes.
I grew up in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
I have done it. But you got to know your surroundings. You do that on concrete.
Yeah.
You do that on concrete.
No
folks.
burn bans.
Or dirt. You do it on dirt. Dirt's not going to catch fire. Dirt doesn't catch fire, right?
No.
Dirt's not going to catch fire.
It will, you have to be careful on what dirt that you're on, though, because you need to make sure there's not possible grass, because then it'll spread, especially if it's hot enough.
Right. But you gotta know your surroundings.
I mean, I honestly, if it's hot enough, I think dirt will catch a little bit, because it's going to find leaves or something.
We are now at the portion of our podcast where we debate whether or not dirt is flammable. So what a show. I'm glad you guys have tuned in and spent part of your day. Yeah, I just what a dumb there's no good reason to start a wildfire. I'm here to tell you the official stance of Texas football today.
Yeah.
Starting wildfires, thumbs down.
Only you can prevent wildfires. That's what the Bear Smokey says.
Forest fires.
No, whatever. Same difference.
They're not the
I would consider a forest pretty wild. Forests are composed of wildlife, so what makes that not?
I think a wildfire is supposed to be like brush.
Yeah, that sounds fair.
It's supposed to be more wide ranging, I think. Is there a difference between a wildfire and is there a difference between a wildfire, a brush fire, and a forest fire?
I think here's how I see it: wildfire, all encompassing. Forest fire.
Wildfire?
Sub point A. What was the other one? Brush fire, sub point B.
So according to Wikipedia, okay?
Which obviously is correct.
Yeah,
Always.
So, okay. It says a wildfire, forest fire, bush fire, brush fire, wildland fire,
chill.
Or rural fire.
Oh, okay, come on. Okay, first off, I can't say that word.
The rural juror?
Cannot say that word. But
rural? So if I'm
that area is where you're going to have brush fires.
I have a question. I grew up in an urban environment. What kind of environment did you grow up in?
Gosh darn. A rural. I sound like a dying dog, like rural. Same with the
is
name.
An unplanned,
Laurel.
Uncontrolled, and unpredictable fire in an area of combustible vegetation.
Combustible. What if it's not combustible? What if your vegetation is uncombustible?
Oh, you mean like dirt? So, wildfire, I owe you an apology. Wildfire and forest fire are the same thing. It's an unplanned, uncontrolled, and unpredictable fire.
So I was right.
Yeah, I owe you an apology.
Wildfire,
yeah, it's
sub-points.
I'm
going to X out that one because that's where all those fire, like a brush fire, it ain't going to happen in an urban area.
So wildfires are often classified by characteristics like cause of ignition, physical properties, combustible material presence,
so
and effect
maybe
on weather on fire.
Do people consider a wildfire something that starts by itself?
I don't know.
That sounds like, because there are, that does happen.
Boy, I don't know. I feel like we need to get like a.
We should get a fire chief.
We need to get
or something
we need like a forest management person to come in.
Yeah.
And teach us about these things. What we need to do next off season, because here's the problem. Problem is we're a football show and football's about to happen.
Yeah.
So
football's really killing our vibe.
So we're going to be talking about football. Well, but then in the off season, the long off season, what we need to do is we need to just have
different experts come on so we can learn.
We need to have Dumb Dumb Tuesday.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or Dumb Dumb Thursday. Dumb Dumb Thursday, where we have a smart person come in and teach us something.
Yeah. You would get a city planner in because you two would go.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
I have a lot of questions about
we had the chocolate milk guy
mutual
on.
access easements and stuff like that. I have questions we can have a city planner, we can have a forest management expert.
Yeah. I want can we get some kind of aquatics person in here, like a marine biologist person, so we can learn about sharks?
I love.
We need a shark expert.
We need. I've said before we need to have Jose Relat.
Yes, the taco expert.
The taco expert. We need to have him on. We still need to have Daniel Vaughn from Texas Monthly, the barbecue editor.
Yeah.
On.
Did I?
But we've had Travis Heim on to talk BBQ.
Did I show you that I got the? Did you see my tweet that I got the National Geographic on Shark Week? They put out a National Geographic magazine that is nothing but sharks. I got one. I haven't read it yet, but I'm very excited to. We need a shark expert.
You know what else we need to get on? Like I want to get I want to get just a bunch of like civil servants on. I want to get like a park ranger on. You know what I mean? Like a national park ranger.
That'd be pretty cool.
Dum Dum Thursday coming to you in the off season.
Yeah.
Somebody remember this because we're not going to. I'm not writing this down.
Someone schedule out a tweet to hit us at like February 3rd.
And be like, hey, when are you guys starting Dum Dum Thursday?
And we're gonna be like, oh my God, that was the best idea we've ever had.
It really was. We do. We need to become like in the off season. We really need to lean into being an educational show.
Yeah.
And just like having a lot of dumb questions for smart
people. We talk to educators year round because coaches are educators. So it's like we should also be getting educated.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. All right.
This is all good.
If you have
this
ideas,
was a very
and if you have ideas on who we should talk
pre-show.
to for Dum Dum Thursday, tweet at Ashley_pickle12.
Yeah, someone schedule one for February, I'm telling you.
Hit the theme expo. Pickle! Hit the arrow sign. Yes, yo! From the Dave Campbell's Texas Football Mothership here in beautiful Lewisville, Texas. It's Texas Football Today, a show brought to you by our friends at VCR Now, VCRNow.com. My name's Greg Tepper. I'm the managing editor of Dave Campbell's Texas Football magazine, TexasFootball.com, a corresponding website. Thank you for spending part of your day with us. Whether you're watching us live, TexasFootball.com, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, all the places. Or you'll listen to the podcast, which you can subscribe to on the podcast vendor of your choice. Either way, thank you for doing your part to support your local mediocre internet show. I'm sitting over there at the helm today, making us sound good. She is the Duchess of the Dorks, the executive producer of Dave Campbell's Texas Football and Texan Live. She's Ashley Pickle. What's up, Shlee?
Hi, team.
How you living?
Yep, we're here. It's a Thursday. I've been very confused again. I guess I just never recollected myself, but I've been very confused again on what day this week. Well, I'm doing well. Oh.
Today
goodness.
is Thursday, August 4th, 2022, 112 days until Thanksgiving. Today is the birthday of Barack Obama. He's 60.
Nice.
Today's also the birthday of Roger Clemens. He's 1 year younger than Barack Obama. I find that hard. It's Meghan Markle's birthday. Is Meghan Markle still a thing? Mm-hmm. Or did she run out of the paint?
No, I think people
run her off the 3-point line.
They ran out of the paint on purpose. They were like
they cleared out.
Yeah, they had enough of the Queen's stuff, I guess, and they were like, you know what? So I think people like her for that, mainly because people like when you stand up to power.
Anyway, happy birthday! It's also Louis Vuitton's birthday.
Oh, see, that's notable.
Sure. I think my wife had a Louis Vuitton thing at one point.
Mallory has some Louis shoes that are really cool.
That's because she's bougie.
She is bougie. I do not have Louis shoes.
It's episode 1428. On today's show, folks, we're planting some segment seeds.
Yeah.
I am going to issue my 5 bold predictions for the 2022 Texas high school football season here on August 4th, and then we will we'll reap what we sow in about a year. In the back half of the show, speaking of guys who called their shot and made bold predictions, Jamal Finner, head coach of Austin LBJ, who had been telling us, he's like, we got something cooking. They sure did last year, running all the way to the state championship game. He caught up with Matt Stepp at THSCA Coaching School and Convention, so we'll hear from Austin LBJ head coach Jamal Finner coming up here the back half of the program. Do we have first 4 through the door?
Oh, we sure do. It was just Chad, Aaron Arbuckle, Tony Blaylock, and Aaron Flynn. Every single person coming in with a yeet. Well done, gentlemen. Keep it up. Welcome in, friends.
I'll leave.
We've been trying to get that done for 1,428 episodes now.
You people.
What do you mean, you?
Oh,
people?
You know what I mean. The yeet people. That's what I mean by you people. The yeet people.
Stick together, friends.
Awful. All right, Pickle. We do this every year. specifically because
I like to go back a year later and go, "Arr."
yes,
That's why.
but sometimes ding.
No.
And that is, we are going to issue some bold predictions for the
Living
2022
life on the edge.
Texas high school football season. Of course, last year, my bold predictions went, I think, 2-5 in the high school ranks. 2 out of 5, I should say.
Yes.
2 and 3. And look, I could sit here and obviously, like, our magazine, 2022 Summer Edition of Dave Campbell's Texas Football, should start hitting store shelves across Texas this week.
Yes. A lot of people asking.
Should start hitting store shelves across
It's
Texas
on the
this
trucks.
week. It's on trucks.
We don't control the trucks.
But it's full of predictions, right? We predict everything. We've got our preseason college football top 25. We've got the predictions for what we think of the Sun Belt. We've got our prediction for what we think of the SWAC, right? A lot of predictions. Plus, predictions of every high school football district in the state.
Yep.
Got predictions, right? But I could just dive into the magazine and be like, my bold prediction is that Tenaha will win their district. But two things. One, it's just one district, whatever.
Yeah. Buy
And
the magazine.
two, that's just like that wouldn't be bold. Tenaha's favored in that.
Yeah, I was going to say
it's
it's an extremely well-educated guess at that point.
Yeah, at that point, like, that's no fun. What I want to do is step out on a limb. What I want to do is go out on the balcony and, like, lean over.
Yeah, we're not growing daisies here. We're growing like cacti.
No, we're
big old cacti.
We're in it. We're in it. And so I've got
Venus
5
flytraps.
bold predictions for the 2022 Texas high school football season. I don't know if they're in order of most, like from least to most bold, but I do think that all 5 of them are bold. So,
all right.
let's go. Let's start with prediction number 1.
And that is that there will be at least 4 repeat UIL state champions.
Pickle, how many were there last year? Do you know off the top of your
How
head?
many repeats? I know there were 3 new ones. 2.
There were 2. Well done.
There we go.
Austin Westlake won their 3rd straight, and Shiner went back-to-back. Everyone else was a new champion, 10 of the 12. I think there's going to be 4. And this is bold for a couple of reasons, okay? This is bold for a couple of reasons. One is that you're saying there's going to be twice as many repeat state champions. That in and of itself is bold. 2, I'm only working with at most 10 repeat state champions because Lorena, or I'm sorry, China Spring. It was Franklin. Franklin moved up to 3A Division 1. So they are ineligible to go repeat. They could go repeat, but then that would keep Lorena from going repeat.
Right.
Same thing in 4A Division 1 because China Spring moving up to 4A Division 1. Only one of Stephenville and China Spring can repeat. Only one of Franklin and Lorena can.
And they're in the same district.
But if you take a look at the Dave Campbell's Texas football rankings, you'll see that I think there are a number of pretty decent potentials here. For example, Austin Westlake is our number 1 team.
That would be 4.
I also think Galena Park North Shore's got a great chance to win a state championship.
Caleb Bailey's back.
Right. 5A Division 1, I can't have it there either. Well, I could.
No.
Pato could win a 6A state championship, but they're moving up, right?
So that would cross off one of them.
So I could have that, right? South Oak Cliffs are number 1 team in 5A Division 2.
Yeah, and that one seems probably the best lock.
4A Division 1, like our top 2 are the defending state champs in 4A. So opportunities there. Same thing in 3A. 3A Division 1, we've got 2 and 3, Franklin and Lorena, but we do have Brock number 1. 2A, Shiner.
Yep.
Shiner could go back to back. They're our number 1 team in 2A Division 1. And then I do think that I can't have it in 2A Division 2 either because Stratford moved out.
Yep.
Right? The 6-man ranks may be what saves me because I do think I do think Westbrook could go back to back, and I do think Strong could go back to back. But yeah, I think there will be at least 4 repeat UIL state champions. That's bold.
That is bold.
But I think that it's going to happen. That's bold prediction number 1. Bold prediction number 2.
4. We're sticking on the 4 train. UIL 11-man quarterbacks will throw for 4,000 plus yards.
Now that's
a lot.
This is bold for a lot of reasons. Okay, first of all, last year there are a grand total of 2
Yeah. Whew, man.
Or no, I'm sorry, three. Three quarterbacks who threw for 4,000 yards. It was Chris Teaton at Dublin. It was Ryder Lambert at Stephenville, and it was Andrew Martinez at El Paso Eastwood. Those are the three guys.
Is he back?
He is not.
He
Andrew
is not.
Martinez is off. Now,
Ryder
there
is
were a
McCoy's
number
guy.
of guys that I think were close and could get over the top. I think Jackson Arnold, who was about 80 yards shy of 4,000, has a great shot. Jacob Wilson, who's at Byron Nelson, threw for 3,900. Right? That's Ashton Dubose, Bo Edmondson. I think they all have an opportunity to do it. And that's just at the 6A ranks. Mason Shorb was 5A's leading passer.
Yep.
He's back. Keldrick Luster moving to a new offense. Maybe they make a deep playoff run at McKinney. He's got an opportunity. Austin Novosad was at 3,400 last year. Right? I think there's a lot of different. Jaden Brown at Corpus Christi Miller, Jason Thomason at Caddo Mills. Chris Teaton could do it again at Dublin. Braden Bennett at Mount Vernon's got an opportunity to do it. Desmond Woodson at Marlin threw for 3,600. He was 2A's leading passer.
Yep.
Cannon Gibson at Wink was a 3,000-yard passer. I think there's at least enough candidates that there's a good opportunity for there to be four. Now, if you look back on in 2000 and let's see, in 2020, 2020. There were, I believe, four. Oh, no, there were five. There were five guys who threw. Colt Shuckers at Lindsay threw for 4,000. Andrew Body at Corpus Christi Miller. E.J. Lopez at Andrews threw for more than 4,000. Ryder Hernandez at Cedar Park threw for more than 4,000. And Sawyer Robertson at Lubbock Coronado threw for more than 4,000. So it's not outside the realm of possibility. It's not crazy. But I do think that we will have four 4,000-yard passers in UIL 11-man football this year. That's my second bold prediction.
All right.
Bold prediction number 3.
A first-year UIL program will make the regional semifinals.
How about that?
You've got to have someone in mind here.
I have a couple.
This
There's a
might make me sound dumb. Is Lake Belton?
Lake
is this
Belton
their first
is
year?
a first-year UIL program.
Okay.
Now, they're not a first-year varsity program.
No, because they're good.
They are very good.
So that was
They're
the first
very
one
good.
that
They
came
were
to my
undefeated and last year. Had a 9-0 record last year. But I think they've got an opportunity to do it.
Now, are they in Region 2?
I think you could. You've got a number of other opportunities that could do it. Maybe it's a team like San Antonio Piper, San Antonio Davenport has an opportunity. Maybe Richmond Randall has a great first year. Frisco Emerson, San Antonio Sotomayor. They've got opportunities. Killeen Chaparral. We're hearing good things about Killeen Chaparral with Coach Allen here. I think there's a lot of opportunities here. My pick to click would be Lake Belton.
Yeah.
I think Lake Belton's got a great shot to make a deep run if they can get the right kind of playoff draw. But this is certainly bold. I think there are plenty of options out there. But I think we will have a first-year UIL program make the regional semifinals. It's not unheard of.
No.
Alvin Shadow Creek did it. In 2019.
Yep.
2018. 2019. 2018. 2018 was their first varsity season.
Yeah.
And they made it to the regional semifinals.
They were still a big school when they did that, though.
Yes. So, a lot of opportunities here for these programs for this. I think we're going to have a regional semifinalist that is a first-year UIL program.
All right, you heard it, Broncos. Get to it.
Bold prediction number 4.
Texas teams will win the season series against non-Texas teams, which, if I am correct from the segment we did a couple months ago, that was not the case last year.
It was the case, but it was very narrow.
Narrow, okay.
And here's the thing. This is actually probably my least bold because Texas has tended to beat outsiders. In 2019, they beat them 44-28. If you go back to 2018, let's see if I can pull this up really quickly. And Texas won 73-40, right? I think people get caught up in the real high-profile games.
Yeah.
Like, who was it? Mater Day. Mater Day
came in and stomped Duncanville.
In Duncanville. People are like, oh, man, Texas is struggling. But what you've got to remember is that for every one of those, you've also got, like, Wellington playing Hollis, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
And, El Paso del Valle playing Mayfield, New Mexico.
Yep.
Those ones really add up. And so I do think that once again the trend will hold. I think Texas teams will win the season series against non-Texas teams. I don't feel bad being a homer here.
That's fair.
And finally, number 5.
A team from the Rio Grande Valley will make the state semifinals. Stand up, Edinburgh Vela.
I think you got some options here. I think there are some legitimate bona fide contenders that could make that run to a state semifinal, meaning they win their region. Now, the place that I have particularly targeted is 5A. 5A Division 1, I think Edinburgh Vela could do it. I think PSJ North could do it. I think if you squint, I think Brownsville Veterans Memorial, I'm bullish on them. I think they've got an opportunity to do it. 5A Division 2 has some ones as well, although that's going to be a little bit tougher. Maybe a team like Mission Veterans Memorial answers some questions, but that's going to be a little bit tougher. To me, if it's going to happen, and I do think it's going to happen.
I do as well.
I think it's going to happen in 5A Division 1 Region 4.
Yes.
Now,
I agree.
Corpus Christi Miller is going to be pretty good. And Corpus Christi Veterans Memorial is the reigning regional champion.
Yes.
But I think that this is the year for a Rio Grande Valley team to break through. I think we will have an RGV team in the state semifinals.
And then they might get faced with a College Station.
Maybe College Station Consolidated. But you know what?
They're going to get there.
That's why I play the game.
That's why we do it.
So
there they are.
My 5 bold predictions for the 2022 Texas high school football season. We will see you in a year. Greg?
How good do you feel? Give me like how are you feeling? Like pretty confident?
The first and the last ones are the ones I worry about.
Yeah.
The first one with 4 repeat state champions, that's a lot.
That's a lot, and then
that's real chalky.
The 4,000 yard pass. I think those two were your boldest.
I think 4,000 yard passes is going to happen. I think it's going to happen, and then the Rio Grande Valley team, because you're asking like one of those teams to break through and do something that hasn't happened in a long, long time.
That's fair.
It's where I'm at on this.
All right.
We'll see you in a year, Greg.
They were bold. I'll give you that.
You look great. Hope you didn't get hit by a bus, but good to see you, buddy.
Keep on keeping on.
Take care of yourself. Get some sleep. We're Texas Football Today. We're here every weekday at noon on TexasFootball.com, talking football in the Lone Star State. You can follow us on Twitter at DCTF, like us on Facebook, Facebook.com/Dave Campbell's. Follow us on Instagram, Instagram.com/Dave Campbell's, and of course, see us at TexasFootball.com. TexasFootball.com is where you can find complete coverage of high school football, college football, and recruiting all across the Lone Star State. Magazines are beginning to hit shelves across the state this week. They're on shelves right now. I would call ahead to your store, Walmart, Brookshire's, H-E-B, Kroger, Tom Thumb, wherever you get magazines, Barnes & Noble. Or scan that QR code or go to TexasFootball.com/subscribe. We'll mail you a magazine today. We'll drop it in the mail for you today if you go to TexasFootball.com/subscribe. Pickle, let's talk about our friends at Athletes to Athletes. Our very good friends. Some might say our best friends at Athletes to Athletes.
This is true.
Am I vamping so that I can find my read?
Probably so, but you're speaking facts.
Some people say. Every high school athlete wants to play on the big stage, and every parent wants their child to be the best. But is making your target list of schools based on top 25 rankings really the best strategy? What about academics, location, coaching style? What about financial aid? There's so many factors that should be considered when selecting a college program outside of just on-field performance. So that's where our friends at Athletes to Athletes comes in. They've put together a recruiting guide centered around providing a broader, more holistic perspective about what your college experience could be. It's got checklists, it's got do's and don'ts, it's got key strategies. This 22-page guide covers everything you and your family should know as you walk through your college journey. And here's the best part, here's the money line here. For a limited time, Athletes to Athletes is offering this guide for free to our audience.
For free.
It's like $1 million value. Don't hold me to that, but it feels like it's $1 million worth of content there. If you go to athletesToAthletes.com/Dave Campbell today, you can download the free college recruiting guide. That's athletesToAthletes.com/Dave Campbell, or scan that QR code to get the ultimate guide to understanding college recruiting from our friends at Athletes to Athletes. And now, a word for our friends at VCR Now.
Born and bred in Texas hits a little different, as it should. Texans love doing business with fellow Texans. VCR Now takes its Texas roots as seriously as its many partnerships with schools and universities around the state. It's also why we're so proud to promote our brand in the pages of the Texas Bible, Dave Campbell's Texas Football, and on the airwaves of Texas Football Today. Driven by producing quality broadcast video, state-of-the-art audio, and LED video scoreboards at affordable prices, VCR Now makes sure to listen to your needs in its athletic department before recommending the next best steps. Building great products is our business, and it's our focus on building meaningful, long-term partnerships with our clients that sets us apart. From our 24/7, 365-day help desk, the training lab in our hometown of Red Oak, or our sports marketing business plan that puts money back in the hands of our athletic departments we support, VCR Now is built to last. Reach out to us today at info@vcrnow.com or by calling 855-GO-VCR-NOW. Again, that's info@vcrnow.com or by calling 855-GO-VCR-NOW.
While we're at THSA Coaching School and Convention, we caught up with a number of high-profile coaches, arguably none more high-profile. I mean, I don't know. I like Jamal Finner a lot.
I do too.
Good dude.
He let us follow him around at State, so he's great in my book.
Friend of Dave Campbell's Texas football, and he's going to have another outstanding team. Did you hear that they're mad that we ranked them? Like, I don't know where we ranked them, because they're moving up to 5A Division II. We ranked them relatively low. Yeah, they're mad.
I think we had them like 15th-ish, maybe around there.
I love it. Prove us wrong, boys. Here's our conversation with Austin LBJ head coach Jamal Finner here on Texas Football Today.
Matt Stepp, Dave Campbell's Texas Football, back here at the 90th Annual Texas High School Coaches Association and Convention here in beautiful San Antonio, Texas. And we are here with the head coach of the state runner-up, Austin LBJ Jaguars from the 2021 season, Coach Jamal Finner. Coach, appreciate you taking a few minutes out of your busy schedule to come chat with us.
Absolutely. I appreciate you having me.
First off, congratulations on an amazing run last year. You guys you guys at South Oak Cliff last year as inner-city programs kind of captured the imagination of the state by doing something that hadn't been done in a long time, playing for a state championship. I know you guys came up a little bit short, but that doesn't diminish, I feel like, the unbelievable season that your coaches and your kids had. You've had some time to reflect on it. I know, the first week or two after the game, you're a little down. You're a competitor. You want to win the state championship. But, now that you have a chance to take a step back, how special was last season for you guys?
It was truly special, having an opportunity to reflect and just refocus. We realized, what we did was truly made history, especially for LBJ and then for the community of Northeast Austin. So even the city of Austin have an opportunity to go play for a state championship. So, we felt really good about, the season that we had, going undefeated. That was the first in the history of the school, and then going to state was the first in the history of AISD in 47 years. Yeah. So it was great. It was truly special.
When you get into the grind of the off season, and you start to try to plan ahead for 2022. When you were doing your number one, you guys moved up from 4A to 5A, so you had a chance to do spring football. Did you guys do spring ball at all?
We didn't. We didn't do spring football.
So, but UIL gives you a lot of flexibility there in the summer to do the skill, along with strength and conditioning, get to do your skill work and that kind of thing. And you got your off-season program as well during the school year. What were some of the things in off-season? Everybody wants to get stronger, everybody wants to get faster, but were there anything specifically you guys really wanted to look at, especially when you got out there and did your skill work?
Yeah, we definitely just try to build chemistry amongst our players. We know that we got returners, and then we got some young guys that's going to be able to step up in roles. So we really focus on building chemistry and just trying to reestablish the culture of what you've done the year before, because if you can reestablish your culture and your chemistry year in and year out, you can have a great opportunity to win football games and make deep runs. So that's really what we focused on. Athletic wise, we got the talent, we got the speed on the outside, we got the running back Cedric Alexander coming back.
He's a good player. Yeah. I feel like if you give the ball to him, good things happen.
Well, that's the goal.
Makes coaches look smart, doesn't he?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And you mentioned the chemistry. You have to build that every year, because every year there's a group of seniors that leaves, and those seniors have been there for 4 years and were ingrained in the program, and you got to kind of break in those young guys and get them going. So it's always kind of a revolving door as far as trying to build that up and helping those young guys can continue carry on that legacy that's left by the seniors that moved on, right?
Absolutely. You're absolutely right. That's what you have to do. Obviously, like you said, everybody wants to get bigger, faster, stronger in the offseason, but that chemistry is really critical, because if you don't have that chemistry, they're not going to play together as a team. You won't have the success that you want to have. So we really focused on that.
Football is the ultimate team game, and there's no game like it out there. In basketball, you can have one dominant guard who can score 30 points. Baseball, you can have a dominant pitcher, that kind of thing. Football, everything's kind of working together, offense and defense. How do you balance that team concept with also trying to help your kids reach their individual goals? Because, these kids, They want to go get college scholarships. They want to go play at the next level, but you're trying to still keep that within the framework of a team concept, right?
Absolutely.
How tough of a challenge is that for you?
To me, it's not as challenging because we promote an individual success. You know, we believe if an athlete has an individual goal, it's going to make him better for the team. He just has to understand that it's team first. And so that's what we really focus on. We focus on the individual, and then we know if they're making strides, if they're putting in the time, they're putting in the work, obviously being committed to the program with what we do, but then outside of it, you know, I really believe in connecting my kids with trainers and, you know, just get them developed. So, yeah, once you establish that everybody understands their role and then you create that identity, it's really easy to manage that culture part.
It's a communication, right? You have to be transparent with your kids, and then when you're transparent with your kids, you know, I would say it's the same thing, that they're going to be transparent with you and kind of and be more open with you and your coaching staff about what their goals are, and you guys can help them reach those goals, right?
Absolutely.
When you look at your ball club in 2022, obviously you're moving up to Class 5A. It's not unfamiliar for you guys. You guys were a very successful and competitive program when you were in 5A, moving back into the Austin ISD 5A district. When you look at your ball club in 2022, what do you feel like your team is going to hang their hat on? What are the strengths of the LBJ Jaguars going to be this season?
Yeah, we're going to be what we've been year in and year out. We're going to be fast-paced. We're going to be physical. And then we're going to execute, you know. So those are the three things that we always focus on. And no matter who is there, you know, you graduate your seniors, you got your sophomores coming in, juniors. That's what we're implementing. That's what we're focused on.
You talk about executing, and I've talked to Jason Todd at South Oak Cliff about this. You know, there has been in years past perception of inner city schools being quote unquote undisciplined, not well coached, that kind of thing. I feel like that perception has definitely changed over the years, and coaches in the inner cities are getting a lot more of that respect. That they can coach ball. You know, you guys can coach ball just as good as your counterparts in the suburbs. And I've seen suburban coaches reach out to inner city coaches now to talk to them and get ideas and that kind of thing. How proud are you to be an inner city coach? But how proud of you are you that the perception of that has changed? You know, and your ball club is one of those things, because I've talked to suburban coaches who watch your kids play, and they say, hey, LBJ is very, very talented, but they're also a well-coached, disciplined team that executes. How proud of you of that? Are you that? Very
proud, you know, because everyone wants to be respected at that level, you know, and so not being one of those programs and teams that they say, oh, they just good because they talented, to see that, you know, it's respected coaching and then discipline-wise, that's really what you want your program to mirror. You want to be able to say, you know what, my kids can match up with any program, and it doesn't matter, you know, about the talent level. We know that we're going to be just as disciplined, and we know we're going to be just as well as coach, and that's what we really focus on.
All right, now and on that same note, before we let you go, I wanted to let you know, coaching school is about mentorship, and you see your old friends, and you guys are seeing guys that coach them in high school, that kind of thing. Who are some of the coaches that, as a young coach, really mentored you and helped you get to where you are today as a successful head coach of a program?
Yeah, first and foremost, you know, my former high school head coach, Andrew Jackson. You know, he got the job at LBJ. I came with him, and then he passed away in 2017. So first and foremost, I'm here because of what he's done and the foundation that he's laid. You know, but I do have some other mentors. You know, Coach Lynn, Carlos Lynn is another mentor that he's been reaching out to me. You know, Coach Gilbert, Chris Gilbert, you know, Sad Jackson, you know, Aaron Fletcher, which he's at the collegiate level. Yeah. But I got quite a few guys that I reach out to and I lean and depend on that are really helping me process.
Now, here's a question. Now that Gilbert's in Austin at UT, shout out Coach Gilbert, now that he's there in Austin, has he invited you over for barbecue yet? Because, I mean, he can do some work on the grill. Has he invited you over yet?
I haven't had the barbecue yet, so I'm going to have to get over there.
We need to see how good it is, right? Yeah, there you go. Coach, appreciate your time. Enjoy coaching school. Appreciate what you do for the student-athletes in the state of Texas, and good luck in the 2022 season.
Appreciate you, Matt. Thank you.
There is Jamal Finner, head coach of the Austin LBJ Jaguars, moving up to 5A Division II. Excited to see what they do at the 5A level. I have a feeling they're going to continue to win. That's a real hot take, but I think that program is it's in good hands.
We had them ranked 12th in
12th
in preseason.
I appreciate the energy.
I like
that energy. Bring it. Let's go over to Ashley Pickle for America's second favorite segment. Final thoughts.
WTF, women talking football.
Yes!
That's the energy we need. Live at 2 o'clock, wherever you're watching right now, live at 2 o'clock. We're talking Brazos Valley today.
Nice.
Yeah.
Who's your guest?
It is Miss Nicole Griffith. She is new to the area, but has been diving into the realms of Texas high school football. So she's loaded up and ready to go.
Where's she from? Is she from Texas?
I do not know. That's something that we will find out, but I can tell you that it looked like the last job that she had was at a radio station in Nebraska.
What was her name?
So, Nicole Griffith.
I'm going to Google her. Let's see real quick. Nicole Griffith, KBTX.
That's her.
Let's see. Oh. I'm going to read her bio here on the KBTX, and this is a tease for WTF. Ready?
Okay.
Nicole joined the KBTX sports team during the hottest week of the summer in July 2022. So she's new, right?
Yep.
She calls Western South Dakota home
Oh, man.
and graduated from the University of South Dakota. She has spent time reporting in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and most recently, Lincoln, Nebraska.
There we go.
That is she won a Midwest Regional Emmy for sports anchor in 2020.
There we go. I had a buddy in college
University of South
that started
Dakota.
off in Sioux Falls, so I'll have to see if they know each other.
Wow, that is what are I think the Jackrabbits. Do I have that right? University of South Dakota.
I think so.
No, the Coyotes.
Coyotes. Okay.
They're the Coyotes or the Coyotes. I don't know. Maybe they don't say Coyotes.
So yeah, if you want to hear a South Dakota,
State's
perspective
Jackrabbits. Yeah.
on what it's like covering football in the BCS area, come on and come party with us.
And ask her about South Dakota.
Oh yeah,
I have
absolutely.
a lot of questions about South Dakota. Anyway, that's going to do it for us. Thanks for spending a little bit of your day with us. Follow us on Twitter. They did it again. They moved Vince's trophy. Follow us on Twitter at DCTF. Like us on Facebook, Facebook.com/Dave Campbell's. Follow us on Instagram, Instagram.com/Dave Campbell's. And, of course, see us at TextFootball.com. I can't believe these guys, Dave. He's shaking his head.
He doesn't like the Republic of Foosball.
Go that way. He's shaking his like, don't
No,
believe.
don't like
Thanks
him.
again to Jamal Finner of Austin LBJ for being our guest. For Ashley Pickle, I'm Greg Tepper. Vince Young, please get your Player of the Year trophy. We'll see you tomorrow for Mailbag Friday on Texas Football Today.